Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, worldwide. When you get there, when you get when afraid, man of the wilderness. Keep it wilderness running or tabloid. Wagwa. Alright, we come to deal with Pums Vaz thing. We're telling them last night. So we come deal with Pums Vaz. And people want to listen keenly, because Pums Vaz just so I'm more confused than anything else. Right? Because me show them the promise. The kind of light and everything. I'm matter of fact, I forgot to drop that too, I'm going to play Pums Vaz, but I forgot to drop that. Because Andrew wanted to tell us that I'm going to bring some big energy plant into the place. And and that I'll cut on your light bill and everything. And all you see is up more and more and more and more and more. Nothing can't stop. Because all these people do is just PR. Number one, the country now fix. The country will start like a million times than 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you're better off than what you are right now. This is bullshit. And when them just put out the million, them and still spread them one bag of garbage. Now, but something with Andrew Holness still. Him still come back and want to explain 1866 and rebellion. But here him now, him stand to be corrected. And because of the rebellion, the US, the UK government make massive infrastructure and much road, and when I talk is bullshit. Be a garbage. Guy, no mystery. Every time I catch him, I'm giving him something else. I'm not with it, I flap it, This is bullshit. And that's why them come out and be rebellion and Spanish Town. So Spanish Town there, Spanish Town Hospital. Be a garbage. Unbelievable. We're going to start from Pums Vaz because him they don't tell us a flood. See when I come and see them put up about massive wealth. The biggest wealth transfer from the rich to the poor. Remember I say them from the poor to the rich. Remember I say and the whole of them, in that, See? From the poor to the rich. Remember Mark Golden and Peter Bunting, them have no money, illegal money them have, but they have no money near Andrew Wheatland them when I do no work, and Andrew Holness and the whole. Andrew them a billionaire with these. So you talk about from the fucking poor to the rich. Go check them. And the richest cabinet that transferred poor wealth to themselves in the history of Jamaica. Richest Caribbean Island administration that in the history of the world. In a world history. The richest cabinet that in Central and South America too. Some guy will walk barefoot go to school and never have nothing and come from poor family. I know them super rich. And the bad no question this. When you can answer food, make people just front of one eye. I do these things, I want to run out hungry and stink and nasty looking. And I run out to pick up with people when I soon know. By one thing they use, and I use politics now, when I look at dirty thinking brain, and I don't smart. Una shit. Me see the little young miss. She's smarter than enough for una combine. Like 99% of una for the Andrew Holness. She. You hear what she said? This is what them do. Smarter than that. Yes. Yes, man. You have to applaud people who are smart like that. Let me start from Pums Vaz though. This is the interview where Pums Vaz give. I want to hear this. Fear increase and what are these things. Just hear this. Hear that.
OUR said 48 hours for a preliminary position and within 30 days for a full evaluation and report.
I never want another one more. More on this. More on the interview. I see that one.
The 5G for flow. So they are making investments. They are improving their technology, which will also obviously improve service. But they have to make a decision in relation to the reinvestment of their profits into Jamaica to make sure that they provide a first world service to the people of Jamaica.
I just want to back up quickly a bit. You mentioned that you are getting this equipment. Any indication as to the timeline as to when that may become in
within the next few months? I mean, the question that I would ask is, why is it taking so long? But I mean, again, as I said before, the minimum quality of service is a part of the license that is issued to the telcos. So I mean, the telcos have been here. Digicel just celebrated their 5th or 26th anniversary. So you ask the question, I mean, what has taken so long? But as I said before, all of that is going to be looked at in the new OUR Structure Act, which has to be done for the electricity sector as well as the telco sector.
Yeah. Do you think the telecoms as well as JPS have improved their ability to withstand extreme weather events in Hurricane Melissa?
So I must say, if you use Melissa, which obviously is one of the strongest, if not the strongest hurricane that we have seen in the history, and you look at the telcos response, October last year, I mean, we're about 7-8 months, and we remember the destruction, and a lot of the reason for the telcos not being able to come back up faster in certain areas because of the lack of electricity. And then to top it off, their generators were being stolen, and the gas oil of the generators were being stolen. So, I mean, you have to give them some kind of leeway in relation to that. But I think that they did both do very, very well. And of course, I could never not mention the fact that if the government wasn't proactive to lend the JPS $150 million to bring us back restoration earlier.
Remember, in February, I saw him tell me, so with the 99.8% the last time, tell me, so with the right? Let me hear where I'm at 99.8%. Let me hear where I'm say something. Yes.
It means that we would have gone to the end of this year into the first quarter of 2027.
And that thing they tell me, you know, he said June I go down more. And then him change. Him say, well, I get back the light by, yeah, man. Yeah. See, he said, well, I get it back by January. And him say first week in February. So they move the mile post. Now I'm going to tell me June 20, we'll go back in 2027. Hear this. These are those lies off I'm head, you know, because you see, when him write piece of lie and put on a paper and give up, him forgot the lies. Him should just walk with them same way. And if it's factual, walk with the JPS give you, and you get an update before you go do an interview. But hear this now. Hear this.
Areas in Jamaica without light and water. And that's coming from the latest assessment of the JPS while being on the ground. And as you know, the commitment that I made was end of February for the majority, and we were at 90.
Brother, you never make a commitment for end of fucking February. You say end of fucking January. You hear this? Then him come back and say early February. Him say make a commitment end of February. You hear this? Me tell you, this guy, remember me have all that video, you know. You can't trust them. Them just get up every day and just lie. Them, what them do, you know, them wait till a month, 1.5, and them still, them not understand so what have the thing, them we are dissect them. You have to stop tell lie. We not stop exposing until they stop pump valves. You cannot be trusted neither. Yeah? You hear me talk about, let me tell you the first thing the man run out and talk about them bad mind and everything. It's January. By the end of January. Then come back and say the end of January, early February. Then him come back and him adjust it. Then him come back and adjust every time. And about him commitment. Continue.
Earlier, it means that we would have gone to the end of this year into the first quarter of 2027 with areas in Jamaica without light and water. And that's coming from the latest assessment of the JPS while being on the ground.
So, the data when them did not give away, when just admit right now, when you just say, I'm on there for you what Pums Vaz just say. Him that give false data all the time. Remember me tell you say that can take a time. Right? Set June, we are past June. Yes, we are past June. For real. Him say the latest data, I tell you, come off of the ground now. I tell you, say 27. Did I get back to that? Mean the data when they run with a fuck with bogus. You can't believe in the government. So you run with bogus data. Them just get data off of the ground now till say 27. If it run till 2027. Can you imagine? The data where them feed you with a car people bad mind, it was flawed. Me tell you, him a flawed. What them do is mislead the people them all the time. No two way about it. They mislead the people them all the time. And you have to catch him in a thing like this, you know. When them relax and attack, you know, remember, you know, one thing you have for them, you know, to hold them and expose them, you know. So when they run out like with things like this now, you have to hold him. And you see it? I hold him again, you know. Hold him again. See? Hold him again. So I tell you now, say the latest when them come out with I tell you. That mean everything what them did I tell you are bullshit. That thing does say. Me not tell you confusion, man, and lies and thing, man. Play it again.
Restoration earlier, it means that we would have gone to the end of this year into the first quarter of 2027 with areas in Jamaica without light and water. And that's coming from the latest assessment of the JPS while being on the ground.
So them give us some flawed data. You can't find out what the administration them say and what them post to you. The latest assessment that put you out at the first quarter, maybe March or somewhere there. Yeah? Next year. See? This is what him say now. Yeah? Mr. Piece of shit. Continue.
And as you know, the commitment that I made was end of February for the majority, and we were at 90%.
That wasn't a commitment. Your commitment where you make it was for January, end of January. And then you come back and make a next one, because one commitment is supposed to make, you know. They say early, maybe the early part of February. Then come back and then them say the late part of February. Then him come back and make a next. So every time he make a, if this kind of make around 4 or 5 commitment already, something wrong. Me have them, you know, all on videos. See? So you can't follow me move the goalpost and I tell you which one I use as commitment. He is a piece of shit. He mislead the country. Pums Vaz mislead the country. And continue to lie is a piece of shit. Continue. Continue.
By end of March, we were, I think, 98%. And of course, going into April, May, and June, we're just doing the mapping up of the few hundred households.
He said the end of March. When you say the end of March, you say with a 99.8%. And that's him say. So you're going back a 98% end of March. Let me continue hearing.
And in communities that are inaccessible for road or for whatever reason.
So you hear what I tell you? He might tell you now, in a June, say 98%, 2% still being. And for them a map up, and for road, them can't access it for whatever reason. When them tell me, say them clean up the place already. So if you follow them, every time them come out, I mean like listen Pums Vaz, you know, because him tie up and him fling them under the bus and fling himself under the bus so much time it's unbelievable. And that's something for skin to eat with. Pums Vaz dangerous. The whole Andrew crew dangerous, you know. Pums Vaz dangerous. Continue.
So all in all, if we can repeat, God forbid we have to, our restoration efforts with another unfortunate incident, I think we'll be even better prepared, because we did lose some time for the JPS to take the decision to bring in the linesmen. If you remember, we lost about a month or 2.
When it last a month and 2 for bringing linesmen, remember, if you come up and work for the money and use the money and say by in a December, and say them you give them the money because they are bringing linesman. Or them last a month and 2. You said that done in a January. And you call people bad mind. That's early December. This is all nasty. Here where I say them last a month or two.
And then Christmas intervened. So, I mean,
So Christmas intervened, plus them last. So when them start work around February, people, so they call January, February. This sound like again. Eh? Continue. Yeah, Christmas intervened.
well, lessons learned, and I think that we'll be in a much better position to respond based on the experiences of both Beryl and Melissa.
So I think that answers my final question, that you're very confident that both companies would be able to better respond should there be another catastrophic event.
I have no doubt. I mean, if you have a back-to-back hurricane, Beryl and then Melissa, and Melissa being the magnitude of the hurricane that it was, and what we were able to do, obviously, lessons learned, it will make you much more efficient in your...
People, you can't much more efficient for an hurricane. You can't. You can't. Now, all Jamaica stay. Even when it lick Florida, when it tear down, I just them have a belly back. Them not have the money that a first world country. Them not have the money and thing. And hurricane come now, it drop post it. You know, Pums Vaz come out and tell you the light post them strong now, hurricane can't drop it. Hurricane will block it. It come with tornado. If it pop down house, it will drop the light post. I be a bullshit him talk. Yeah? I be a garbage. You hear what I say better? Continue.
Response by learning from the actual practical experiences. Theory is one thing, you know. You plan for hurricane, it don't come. When the hurricane come, depending on where it hits and what happens, is a completely different story. And I lived it. I lived it from...
Here am I. So the one at Jamaica live it. Let me tell you something. If a hurricane come today, remember it impact down there, so. How much parish it in? Let me teach him so. Hey, brother, you're too dumb to, you know. I want to teach you a lot of things, you know. Yeah, Michael just call me this man and I tell me, say, Andrew, still at about your years, and I go, I tell love me something, brother. I'm going to start trademark my thing, them, you know. Let me teach you something, people. So JPS, so let's see JPS, I put on back and over. Westmoreland. Some part at St. James. And where the linesman them did there. And in our Trelawney and in a them parish there, in a St. Elizabeth. Some part in other places, but them places where them just go put up. Them have no time for talk about strong. Remember the whole of town no drop on the whole of them place there. You can have a hurricane now come and it center over Kingston. The eastern parishes and lick it down the same way. Like and do down this so bad. You have to do back the same thing here. So because Jamaica, the truth is another whole of the pole them they drop. 40,000 them around 40,000 pole drop, but the whole of Jamaica they drop. You see? And you have pole now where them all they stand up, you know. JPS to correct them there, you know. It's not an overall Jamaica, you know. We have 14 parishes. So if you take out 5 out of 14, how much that left? And the one them are more crowded at Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine. And most of that no drop. Yeah, Mr. Trelawney and Moby are good. See? So no for that never drop. But can you imagine ever hurricane? I remember to it move over the eye and go up there, so. If you go over Kingston and St. Andrew, enough more and more landslide and more something. The right way, you know that go again. Here come JPS. It will run, go back to the same place and drop them because them they just a post on the grass ground. You can't too prepare. You just have to have the funds and demand them to move when them move. You're going back over it again. When I talk is bullshit. You might tell like it concrete now and it cannot drop. That is bullshit. Them they think the Twin Towers have played the kit, it can't drop. It drop. Anything man put up, it will crumble. You see? No follow them, man. See? When I talk about bullshit. You hear me tell you straight? Knowledge of power. All right. So let me continue. And I'll be a liar and confused at them attack so. Yeah.
October 20th, right back until now. And I mean, I was out there. So I saw it and felt it. And
how much of a toll did that take on you personally? You were out there fighting day after day, both in the...
Yeah, hear that youth that talk about Vaz. When you see him out there fight, him have the easiest job for just go run a mic go talk. And the people them behind the scene fucking fighting. Him live for straw put in a light post back in the wall. Him know if do it. Him ever draw one of the cable wire. The easiest job him get. Him done since 1983, man. Done back. Since 1983, like him brains back sleep. Yeah, from early 80s. Him brains just fucked up. And it can't tell if it fucked up. Like, you don't know, him brain, it's stuck. Like back, like, yeah, you know, you have to go in a time machine for me to know. Yeah. This guy don't have no sense. See? No sense. I play my brother say so. Yeah.
Brother, you know, so this boy we are called Pums Vaz, I want big jackass and think Jamaican people feel that. When he was making the assessment and the projection for 100% electricity come back by end of January, and never make no provision for Christmas. Not every year we have Christmas, brother.
Of course.
Christmas is not a new phenomenon that you just creep up on it and it's a rarity. Christmas intervene. And what kind of two of these we have to deal with the people's interests? If I them like a irresponsible way that these people make assessment, then just go along and tell people foolishness every time. This government is a total jackass, a total idiot, you know.
Yeah, I said
By the Prime Minister himself, Andrew Holness, you know. None of them have no sense, you know.
None, Patrick, none. And I'll be a guy with this with them to put interviews and then and with them to just continue attack. Them not talk about opposition, you know. When you look what them do, them say the PNP. So you have PNP people out there and them are respond. They might say the labor right them. But in our house, you know, Mark keep it real. And that's the Prime Minister and the government. When me are talking, what is the government, can hold government accountable. Yes. So you know what Andrew them do? Be a bullshit. Yes. Yes, continue.
Postcard press briefings and even online on social media.
The most comments that I get now when the people see me or they post is that I need rest. So it looks like my face and my body is showing.
Yeah, because your face is supposed to under something cover up, but your face is supposed to cover up Pums Vaz. You're not supposed to walk with your face out the door like this. Most female don't do that. So your face is supposed to cover up, but you walk with it outside. So breeze that blow up on it. So your face can look with it up and look like it look. Zin Pums Vaz, you should have covered your face. Your face definitely need a cover because women are walk with them like this. Eh? Pums Vaz, you hear this?
The way around.
Yes, I want to sleep.
Here.
Are you resting?
Yes, try.
The way around here, so it's a way around here. This administration dangerous, you know, this time. Very dangerous. So you know when they ask him, are you resting? Let me go back to two more Pums Vaz because we have to play them Pums Vaz there. Pums Vaz dangerous, you know. Pums Vaz dangerous. Yeah? The Pums Vaz, let me see that one, yeah. Okay. Play that one, yeah. Let me hear that one, yeah.
Serial update with Energy, Transport and Telecommunications Minister Daryl Vaz. I'm Giovanni Dennis. Now, an 8% increase on fares for operators of public transport vehicles came into effect on June 2, and another 8% is to come into effect on July 1.
Oh God, man, the people them can't take it no more, you know. You know what's a lot of them attack and say, well, the taxi man, you know what we need fare increases. But you know who this are earth? All them the jobless and the one of them, because them have to travel. Them not have no vehicle, the poor and needy. And you have to get it because we don't have to pay. But you see them take 300 and 300. And now the light bill went up on people same way. Plus, I'll go up, you know, the gas and everything. Plus, when the bus we going up and things rise. You think the government care? But they must subsidize. They must tell about subsidize. That is lie. We don't have to feel it. You go there, you know, where you have pay for bread and not pay for the things them know it's unbelievable. You see it? if you know your family have to go to school and work and who have go to school plus who not work and them things, this a chopping of your money. No raise up here but the chopping of your money. This is goddamn sin. Hear this. Hear this.
Minister Vaz, you've said this phase increase was to cushion the impact on consumers, but operators have said they've had to wait.
People, me tell it Vaz them don't see no. So, let me ask you something, Paula. Oh, you stay now, you take bus. You use light bill and everything. And all of a sudden, this one, but he might tell you some shit. He might give them the raise of fear. You still have to take bus where you work, Paula. Right? But say must split up for one just a month, 8%, 16% by your fare. So if you pay $100, you pay $116. If you pay $150, you put $24 on that. That's how much? 174 now for your bus fare. Right? 16%. 16%. I know them around the half. That means I go 180. Them now going to charge at $24. Them I put $30. So them around the half. Because them now going to give about no $4. It's around after like 8. I'm maybe somewhere around the half to $200. See? Because 16% are like 150. Say at 24 I forgot on that. You're like 174, right? Yes. All right. All right. You put on an X, put an X 30 or an X $50 out of your money. And you take 2 taxi or 4 taxi for the day for go to work. That's an X 200. All right, say $50. So you put an X. Because them around the top for like 2. Them not going to get no change. I want to not change them. I have not. So you have to pay now $200 more. You have 1,000 more per week. Because 200 a day now. 50-50. 100 goes so 100 come back on your fare. 200. So I have to pay more. The distance. It calculates up more. Because they charge more fare. So it calculates. So I have to pay enough time more than that. Who leave our boat have to come town for work and then go back. We just start to a minimum. Right? You have to put that out of your money, Plus everything gone up out of your same pay. And you put $1,000 per minimum wage. When I'm telling you, I can't at 32. Which the minimum wage that still come out of own phone pocket if somebody leave with a picture and 100 them a pay. I own the same way. Right? The $1,000 there, if somebody come and say you teach somebody come and look for your picture in your yard. Remember, you have to put it on the minimum wage too, that it costs you. And if you have to take the thing, then it costs you with the fear. If you use gas, it costs you. See the man must suffer. Hear him, him a cushion. As long as your pay increase, there is no cushion on that. None, zero. Yeah? Tax at when I pay the 200 3 weeks now. Yeah, because from the second it start. So, but then I pay how much you used to pay? 150? Where you used to pay? Digital. Where you used to pay? If you used to pay 150, me tell you, so them now put the really, yeah. See? So right now the people them must suffer more than anything. You say, I'll let me the line and put them fuckery. Them never realize where I'm going. And we are talking phone, Can we feel it phone? We don't have no time to calculate and the phone crunch the numbers and see what it have to do. When I love part, I don't know, you hold government accountable. This can be from poverty to prosperity. Yeah? In a St. Thomas. Sharon, what you say? If you're from Whitehall, in St. Thomas was 250. So you put 150. So you see me not tell you, people, hey, and by the way, tell them don't call one some no profit. No man will want you $20. So then now I put it really, at $24 for up on that, 16% of that is $24. $24. You add it on that at $174. But them now I charge you and give $80. Them now I do that. So you know it's around after I got $200. That I come and tell you. Don't you see to say 200? And somebody will appear 250. 250, you have to put $40 upon that, upon the 250. Yeah? You put $40 upon your 250, and that will be the fare. It will be 290. Then 16% at 250. Then, so you understand? Yes. So $40 them put upon that, and you get 290. Same? Yes. But another them I do. You have to pay maybe 300 or 350. All right. At 350. And that them are charging something around there. Yes? See? No, that's about 16%, you know. That's about 16%. We just calculate and tell you. Just now. You see? So you're supposed to pay 290. The 150 is supposed to pay 174. Them are around it half. I mean, they are charged 200 because people now use them because kind and them thing they again. But you want to say 100 people, them are going to go for calculator like, remember my crunch numbers, you know. They're going to go for calculator, I might think you're human, I might think you're mechanical error. See? You're not, we crunch numbers fast. See? Yes. And when I crunch numbers, I don't want, you know, I just feel like for nothing. But this are the fear. Now, when you add that and add how much taxi you are take, how much you have spent for the day, and the credit amount of that. See? When them drop on at 50 and you use 2. Yeah? You understand? When you drop it on and you use 2, you know it already. Some people are paying more. And the more you pay, the more add on. So all them take that. The government, remember your work and your money, all right, we're focusing this and you raise up here. But all them are raise pay when nothing go on. So out of your little pay, you alone are burden the whole of them burden. Yeah. It's like them take out the whole of Warwick Hill and put pan you. This is what you want to take the whole hill and drop on big tree and you want to put the whole hill in a thing the head, you know. Yeah, in a hippopotamus head. The whole hill more pluck out and drop on it. Yeah, him 2 stick. The one, the water. Me well want hold him and drop the hill on him. Him is a shit. Him is a piece. You can't, when you threat me, I go on my bed and I get up me and say, this boy, him don't know what him do. Him 2 stink. Yeah? So it's coming like them put a big hill on you. A big mountain to carry. See? Them give you a mountain to carry. You understand? Yes. So this is wickedness. Yes, still you can't avoid it. And like, you see, if the country did that pick up and you make money, it will not bad if you get up like this, you know. Because your pay are gone up, shoot up. So it balance back things. But out of the same money where you are work, how long the phone not get no raise up here? Who are work, how long when I get raise up? When I get raise up here last year? A year before? A year before that one I get? Eh? This me I tell you. You understand? And then you have some little idiot when people say, well, government accountable, you know. Them run out and nobody not chat to them, you know. You understand? Nobody not chatting to them. See? Nobody not chat to them, none. You understand? Nobody. You understand? So this is what them do. You understand? But this bad. This more than bad. You understand? It's bad. All right. So, let me continue what I do here, so. Let me continue what I do here. It's bad, man. It's bad. Continue hearing.
2 years for this increase, and it makes it difficult for them. What would you say to them?
So it's a valid point, and as I said when I met with them, that it was a situation that we had to kind of balance the situation based on inflation and the impact of a full 16% on transport cost in 1 month. it would have a serious impact on the very same taxi operators and of course the rest of the country. But before that, I want to say that they have been more than patient. They have been.
All right. Boy, you listen, I want to me like with Pums Vaz still. That's why I like listening. When you finish him interview more. When you hear Pums Vaz interview, him tell you how the government steer how them pop down and everything. Not my word. He might tell you when them have run up and down and talk about them are the good. He might tell you say the 16%. Remember, you know, to put $24 per fare. Them couldn't do it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago because it had show off everything. Not my word. Listen here. It tells us that the country is not dangerous trouble. Listen.
Or there has been a relationship that has been built with me as minister and an open door policy with them to be able to keep communication with them on not only this issue but several other issues that I've been able to resolve. The background is that they were due 35% back in July 2023 when I became minister in May. We couldn't give them all, so we gave them 19% with an agreement to give them the other 16% in April 2024. And that was announced by me. When that time came in April, the then Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark, said that based on the inflationary figures, that if we gave them the 16%, it would throw everything off. I had a meeting with the transport operators, with Minister Clark at the time and myself at the ministry, and they graciously agreed to hold on the 16%. Minister at that time told them we'd review it in 1 year. And the 1 year came, and we still couldn't do it.
We couldn't do it. But them tell us that the country that run good, right? Remember the fear, him not tell us that we couldn't do it. We can't do it. I thought you have, not my word. Hear this.
Then, of course, we know we had Beryl.
When Beryl come, 2024. So 23, I tell us that the play. All when I tell about this and that, the whole of this a lie. You might tell the reality, yeah. Yes, hear this.
And then we had Melissa.
No, and so you compare the fear though, Kingston story. You see, remember, you know, the fear increase upon 100 and the 16% upon like $150. The 300% upon millions. So although it not the comparison there, because you know the minimum 100 and them make 9 million, 6 million, and them give themselves 300% and it end up in a wawa. You see the difference? You see the difference? Eh? So for them thing huge. Although you use a percentage, but for them thing huge. When I leave from 9 and gone at nearly 30 million. Yeah? You understand? Continue.
And bottom line is that we had to lobby, and I started lobbying from January this year because I realized what was happening. And even despite...
Which was what?
In terms of the need for them to get the increase based on cost, the rise in cost. And then came the war, which again threw out everything. And I was able to work.
You hear where I'm coming and said, but the finance minister said them have the money and no war can't do nothing at all to them. You know that she said? She said external shock. She have 36 or 37 weeks. Yeah? Yeah, what she said? Yeah, what she said, oh. Eh? She have how much weeks a reserve. So the external shock no bother them. Then me say Anto come out and say, well, the external shock. So I'm talking about war. Oh, if you come talk about, me say you have to listen them good. What them say can't be real. You cannot tell me about something and say Uno got it. And Uno alone and you stand up in a parliament telling these lies. And me are telling you say lie, but them are talk about that defeated quick. And that not for them money where you can't do one, but that have nothing to do with the economy, like that have to go buy goods and services. And you can't move the money, the government can't move, them have to replace with something. See, do you tell about the war? Okay. Stop misleading people.
With Minister Williams and the finance team, PIOJ and Bank of Jamaica to say, listen, with the increase that are facing as a result of rising oil prices, we have to find a way.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we were able to find a way to do an 8 and 8. Not tidy, not the best situation, but again, we're trying to balance the books. What impresses me is the fact that some transport operators and some associations have encouraged their membership to just do the 16% in July rather than trying to prorate it and cause confusion in the marketplace. And I really respect that, because the fact of the matter is that they are losing an increase of 8% for 1 month. But on the other hand, and you know, I talk straight, many of the taxi operators have already increased their fares.
And speaking of that, a lot of public transport, people who use public transport have been complaining about overcharging. How can something like that be dealt with?
The bottom line is that the fare is a fare that is gazetted and published by the Transport Authority. But because it has been 2 years since the 16% was to come in place, over the 2 years, operators have upped their prices. So even although the price increase has taken place and sanctioned by the government, those fares in many cases were being charged on certain routes prior. Not all, don't get me wrong. So the fact is that what we have to do now is to make sure that now that the fares have been regularized, that you don't find that people start to inch the fares up on top of the new regulated fares.
Yeah, and how do you manage that?
Well, the Transport Authority has their unit that does that, but of course, you know, there's tens of thousands of transport operators, legal and illegal. But it's something that I've given a commitment to. But I would say 100% that it would have been best if we could have just done the 16%, but at the same time, we have a responsibility to balance the books and to make sure to protect the consumers.
Yeah.
But they're not protecting no consumers. I will not suffer like dog. See? They must suffer like dog. Continue.
And transport has a huge...
If you ever increase, you know. Let me tell them, you know. That's why I'm going to put fear, but it's not fear. The fear increase, not fear. You know, it's fear for them ever increase, but it's not fear at this moment. Yeah, because the people them have ever increased too. And them alone are suffering, and them not have no hospital bed, and them not have this. Yes, still taxi, I understand, you know. It's fear for get an increase, but it's not fear for the people then. So it's both ways. I'm going to push it out both ways. Fear, the fear increase, not fear. I'm going to finish. It's not fear. It's a fear increase. It's a fear increase. But it's not fear for the people then. Yeah? Yeah, right. So it's a fear increase, but it's not fear still. Because, you know, if you, I mean, them do forget them increase. It's fear, yes. But it's not fear for you where the government promise you prosperity and you can't find it. It's fear for them because them have to use oil and use them thing and everything and them thing. But it's not fear for the people them who have to pay it. But them have to pay it because for them thing to go up too. It's not fear for the taxi man them alone get fear. Them forget them. You understand what I say, Patrick? So it's fear. But it's fear for the government find a way and private sector. I'm gonna grace them pay too. So it match out back, it blend out back something. Because them have some other increases. You know. Them have the electricity go up around 50%. Them take time, nudge it up when you can go look on it. So it's a fair increase to them. Fair, but it's not fair for the passenger or the consumer that are using that right now. Because for them once that not fair to them. You understand? So it's a fair increase, but it's not fair. Yeah? Because them suffer the most. The one them depending on the sticker them and suffer. And them couldn't go say it's not fair. No, it's not fair. So it's fair increase, but it's not fair. I wonder if you understand what I say. Match. Eh? All right.
Huge impact on inflation. And last but not least, as I said to them, and I want to remind the country, that the government has subsidized the gas fuel prices from March, when the war started, to the tune of between 4 and 6 billion Jamaican dollars at the pump.
Them lie, you know. So when bars start, I will subsidize and 4 at the pump. Bullshit. Petrojan run them own money, by the way. So I'm talking about the government subsidize and that. Bullshit. See? Petrojan parts starting to raise every day. And we see it drop back. I'm talking about subsidize and not drop back on the people then. It drop back. It's a fair increase for the person, for the yes, the transport, it's fair. But not fair for who take it because them forget increase too. Yeah? All right. Yes. So this is what I'm talking about bullshit.
And the beneficiary of that is everybody who uses fuel. And the public transport sector is one of the biggest users of fuel because of the type of business that they are in. So government has done a very good job in trying to cushion the impact. And therefore, as I said before, that cannot be overlooked.
Yeah, talk bullshit. But the government are cushion impact. I say them put them one budget and them one thing. And them pass it on already. So we're not talking a bullshit. But I'm sure a bigger bullshit we're not talking. Daryl Pums Vaz. Daryl Pums Vaz. Let me show you a bigger thing where you talk. Right? So let me see the one that we use. I want the one there. Which other one now? Let me see if that one here. Yeah, all right. Let me see if that one here. See, Cha?
Unforgettable.
Oh, no, not that one. We could look for that other one now and beat him with it. Because him doesn't tell you remember them are tell us them are give you better light and them are tear up the contract and where I'm going to do. You're not going to believe the garbage where Daryl Pums Vaz come and tell you right now. You're not going to believe. You see when I say about this Daryl Pums Vaz promise. Daryl Pums Vaz, I want Daryl Pums Vaz. Or put the third Daryl Pums Vaz. Let me see this. Pums Vaz. No, that one here. Three of them I take down Pums Vaz. Where that one there? Alright, I could play that one there. I could play that one and me when I start out the other one. I play that one and me when I start out. Hear that one now. This about on the light bill. Hear this.
And the new license specifically will have the new act and the new license specifically will have a compensation clause in there which will be airtight so that the citizens and the customers can be protected. And I'll go further to show you how flawed it is. The Emergency Disaster Fund, which is a fund under the OUR for the JPS. Before Hurricane Beryl, had upwards of 50 million US dollars.
So remember, you know, the man says a flawed license them get. And it's a flawed, what them are do when them are write back the license, it's a cut on light bill. Here when I'm called flawed. I mean, I accept this can cut on a light bill. Hear this. Here when I'm talk say.
Those funds come from your monthly light bill. So it is the customers that are paying towards that fund.
No, hear this. Oh, you are charged a fee from where? Out of them, you have to pay a light bill. So really, oh, you are another government of fund, oh, you are charge a utility company. So when them charge you, and them have the money, you are charge them, whether it's a 1% this a fee or some, but them charge them. See? So don't make him tell us it come from out of your money like, you are the planet and you are paid directly to you are. That is bullshit. And then they put something on it and charge if you are. It's like you sell the Chinese them, you go buy the Chinese goods. Them supposed to pay them tax. Although them not pay. Yeah? Remember the government put you see GCT on this and everything, you know. You see the government thing, yeah, you see the government tax, these are for them one. Yeah? So him are the flood. Because when I tell you no, you pay this. It not pay your bill. Me just show you the bill. This is bullshit. Continue.
But in the hurricanes, both hurricanes, only the JPS, the licensee, could claim against it.
When I talk about claim against that, so you are make money, them JPS flew and them pay them. Instead of the government fund them. Them are charge anyway. When my talk is bullshit. So that's a call fraud. And that, no, that are card on people like bill. Brethren, this card on your light bill. Card on your light bill. Williams, pick up yourself, pick up the whole of UK. This card on your like the Jamaica people them light bill. You have to talk about claims. You have claims, you are wrap up them claims that you're gonna deal with you, know. And make the JPS have to refund you back something when you build them or something. Continue.
So the fund has been depleted now based on 2 hurricanes back to back.
Yeah,
but I'll give you a simple example.
Yeah, this.
In the hurricane, a pole falls on your block wall fence or your chain link fence and causes damage to it. JPS under the license claims for their full value of their replacement of their pole. But you, as a citizen and a customer, have to go to the hardware and take out your check or your credit card and buy your materials to fix your fence. It's flawed.
Well, I go lay some fucking egg and find something to man. And then I have to talk about the license to OUR. And then I have to say you take up a license because that's flawed. I go carry down the people them electricity rate. Because they can't go down like what I say, no, impossible. Eh? In call this flawed. When I talk about bullshit, when I talk is bullshit, in them promise you bigger system about that's a fact. But I find the one where I'm say them can't carry no more system in a Jamaica. It may look for. Hold on. May I make a year? Hold on.
It is absolutely flawed, and I can give the assurance that in this new dispensation of a new license, which is due in 2027, and a new act, Electricity Act and OUR Act, that will be one of the things that I will be looking very carefully at to see how we can hold them to account.
If that's you're looking at all that bring down your light bill, and every year and every year a drop and blow down thing by your fence. The government have to take responsibility for that. See? All right, kind of things, and then people write to JPS that talk about you fix everything on your fence, you fix your fence and flawed. Me think he might come with something when he run out. It's flawed and the previous government and them trying flawed. Me think of something up now when I cut the light bill in half. And then I tell about your light bill, you know. You might tell about your fence. Your fence. Let me see how someone put that at JPS. Let me see how someone put Pums Vaz JPS thing. Because the one time I tell you, it's a JPS cannot, I mean, I repeat, Pums Vaz. You say JPS. Let me see where I put this JPS thing here. If it's a JPS, you can't have more than JPS in that place, you know. You can't, you know. Jen, Pums Vaz, a JPS, you can't have more than we are having at the place because, you know, it not allow you for that. Let me see the one where you must say so. I have to play that one. I have to play that one. Pums Vaz, where you can't find a bullshit you talk about that. Yeah. When police kick off, you know, who fix it? When police come and mash up on a thing, it's not flawed. But them police do that. And like how them take my back seat and I know. You have to carry them and carry government a court and things to get it fixed. Yeah? I talk about flawed. I himself flawed, man. Then that him I talk about and I tell life and and practice administration, man. Eh? You know, say him a flawed, man. Let me say that one way I talk. Well,
to a ministerial update with
18%. With an agreement to give them the other 16% in April.
All right, I'm going to move that one there, another one there. Me that one there.
To the launch of the 5G for flow.
I think that one, I'm here.
What has taken so long? But as I said before, all of the government wasn't proactive to lend the JPS 150.
All right, this is a fuckery matter about the government.
To the launch
move this.
Of the 5G.
All right, let me see that one now.
To keep them separate. This is another line of Blackwater technical situation. In terms of the negotiation of the new electricity license. That is a specific negotiation. And basically I wouldn't want anything to cloud that. What we do have is two very clear tracks, which is one, to try and see if we can come to an agreement with JPS for new terms on a new license, and in parallel, if that is not going according to plan, then we have a second track, which is to find interested parties.
So that people, when I talk, let me take down this and go for you.
Saying that this blackout shows that we are too dependent on the JPS.
Yeah, this now.
So JPS is a sole provider of electricity. The question of space for another. The experts say that.
All right, let me just talk about this. Let me just get up Daryl Pums Vaz. Daryl Pums Vaz. JPS, sole provider. All right. Let me make you hear this. Let me make you hear the garbage when I talk. Remember, you know, I put up back on Holness, you know. Yeah, I put up back on Holness. Yeah? Now I put it up back right here. See? So, I'm going to play what I'm saying about sole provider. Yeah? And Andrew Holness, I'm going to put you up back to, you know. JPS as sole provider. Pums Vaz. Daryl Pums Vaz. Yeah? Sole provider. Hear this.
This is an all-line of Blackwater technical situation. We deal with that in terms of the negotiation of the new electricity license. That is a specific negotiation, and basically I wouldn't want anything to cloud that. What we do have is two very clear tracks, which is one, to try and see if we can come to an agreement with the JPS for new terms on a new license, and in parallel, if that is not going according to plan, then we have a second track, which is to find interested parties to take over.
Party will make sure that we put in place more efficient electricity generating plants to bring down the cost of electricity to you. I don't like to make promise. I make commitment. And under the Labour Party government, we are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big power plants. We are going to ensure that we bring to this country the big energy companies that can put the money in here to build the plants to give you cheaper and better electricity.
Okay, let me play him now. Yeah, with Daryl Pums. Remember them
A lot of Jamaicans have been saying that this blackout shows that we are too dependent on the JPS. Is this something you'd agree with?
So JPS is a sole provider of electricity. The question of whether or not there is space for another utility company, the experts say that the market is not big enough because even the current JPS grid still has capacity, and therefore another utility company would not necessarily be viable. But
you hear what Andrew tell you? You hear what him say? It's a one government. Patrick, you hear what him does say? When you hear what him say? Remember, this is a commitment, you know, for bringing in the big company them and going up cheaper electricity. No, you hear what him does say? It's not viable. May I play it back? Him said us one JPS around. You can't bring in the next company. Oh,
find interested parties to take over.
But finally, on this matter, a lot of Jamaicans have been saying that this blackout shows that we are too dependent on the JPS. Is this something you'd agree with?
So JPS is a sole provider of electricity. The question of whether or not there is space for another utility company, the experts say that the market is not big enough because even the current JPS grid still has capacity, and therefore another utility company would not necessarily be viable. But what I think is more important is to make sure that a new license would cover all of the gaps that we have seen in this license and make sure that we have a regulatory framework and the legislation to hold them to account. And I think that is where we are.
But we have legislation and hold them to account already. Wherever you are. But it might make you know that you can't just one JPS you have. Monopoly system, same way. So you have to return to, you know, come off of the grid. You better have. See? Get off the grid. But enough people have the money to come off of the grid. But what Andrew say, yes, them are bringing the plan, and remember, it's a commitment. No, I might tell you, so them say, I just want JPS. You can't bring an export plant in the country. That them just say. More and them look back on in a UK where you punch light, or you can't change the provider. You just change them. Yeah, you change them. The wire not touch. Same current are coming in, all them do that, but I'm gonna charge cards are cheaper, so it works that way. The big power plant, him just say you can't have none. Him just fling Andrew under the bus. No, this is one government, this is one set of people attacking. When you listen one tell you something to make you feel good. Yes, but what because him say this, and then them not carry it out. Then the PR. So this don't make no sense whatsoever. None whatsoever at all. None whatsoever. See? Yeah. Yeah. You understand? This don't make no sense whatsoever. You hear this? So I tell you, say you can't have a next power plant or nothing like that. I just want. And by the way, him say if them get a deal, if them not get a deal, them are gonna look. The government, the license for them have, you have number one, you have to acquire back JPS. You have to buy the 80% stake. the government, you can't go look somebody and say JPS, you have to say it's not, you can't shut down the power plant. When I talk about bullshit. International people, they want it, you know. So we know you can't just say, all right, I'll take it from you. And you can't say, I'll give back something for your operate. Because the people, them don't like, no. See? So you're in trouble. You have to come pay the people them up front. So you can't say, I look somebody to come operate and give me a license for cheaper than that. I don't think you get something like that. The commitment where they make to the people, them never open. Them win buy any cars and tell be a lie and do be a bullshit. No, the people them are suffer. You understand? And taxi man, remember me the on the side. Me I have other school, me think can push the whole thing. I forgot to take off something and put it in the wall, 100. So it's a fair increase soon again. But it's not fair for the passenger because of them I blade the blunt. If me couldn't go tell them not give no increase. That wouldn't be fair. But it's still not fair if the people them not get no increase. You understand? So we have to explain that to them in the mic. It's a fair increase. But they look work the man them, but they're the end of this thing. Because remember, them can't operate like this and operate for the last. We know that. So when me no found watch me and things, so nobody I know cut me a cut against it, it's a fair increase. We never get it long time. But it's not fair to the people, them like what the government promised them. Them can't buy bread, them can't buy this, and then them have to take out the next money. Remember, you know, even the minimum wage when put that pan, I know for them I take taxi, I go work, same way and everything. And them have someone that look out them baby, and that the minimum wage knock them to. From 16 to 17. Yeah? You understand? So, and then the light bill gone up. Yeah. So right now the people them. So no for no watch me. And as I put it, it's a fair increase for the eye them. But it's not fair to the people them because them are suffer, you know. And them are suffer. Remember play a lie before me carry in Andrew on. No, remember carry me in first because hey, Andrew no run out to the next big them run out up at you with the next big lie, you know. Andrew run out to the bag of lies. We talk to him, so him say him stand to be corrected. Here when him come back with now. Is that Andrew? Hey, Andrew, you know easy, you know. Me say when you come with lie, we are correct, you know. Watch out. Hear this.
We truly claim to be independent when the hospitals that we rely on were mostly built in the colonial period. Can we?
So that's a lie. Yeah. Well. He might talk about in the 1800s. Well, I don't really say lie. Most of them built in the colonial, but we'd have an easier time in the 1900s than in the 1800s. Right? Yes. See? So this way I talk about yes, so. I talk about colonial period. It have nothing to do with where you are on, brother. You alone can fix the place. Because enough people, the truth is, enough of the things them were built, it built from the 1700, 1800, and in the 1900. Now, I'm not to do with colonial period. Enough Jamaican live in a Britain. Enough of them live there. What happened to Britain? It a run good. What happened to Canada? Enough of the things them they build the same way. Canada, independent country. New Zealand, and enough more places independent country. When we talk about colonial, can we be independent when the thing them build? That is bullshit. Bullshit. This is when I come with the next speech again. When it make no sense. But here, I'm tell about a lie now. Hear this now. Some big lie too, you know. Hear this.
Truly claim to be independent when most of our roads, all of them were built with colonial taxpayers' funds.
So that's a lie again. That's definitely a lie. All of them are built with no colonial taxpayers' fund. And then you can't use the word colonial when a bridge build a road because the people them work fucking free. Or you bring colonial and you bring slavery. And the slave them build it. But the taxpayers fund them not get paid. If you're going to colonial, you say him dumb. You saw this, you say him a piece of shit. Eh? When you build some things before emancipation, you listen, me not talk, you get a 2 pence. You not get nothing. And you have to build the place and not colonial and build it with no money. You have to build it with pickaxe and build it with your honor who they dead. Where am I talking about shit? About colonial money and about colonial this. A slave build the fucking place. I'm a top fuck up on the back of slave bill, the first word. Learn the history again. Slave labor, slave everything, and build them up. Eh? Yeah, when come and attack, and the bridge you want to talk about, you know. But hear this now. He come back with this piece of shit again and make speech. It's not working, brother. Because when you say colonial, you ever talk about the slave with free fucking labors. So no colonial, them whip you for build that. You don't get paid for build it. See? Yeah, Chris. What I want, brother?
I watch your live and you have your speech regarding the building of the West and all them thing there. When you use the word slave, y'all say the word wrong. Y'all say with ancestors, bro. On the backs of our ancestors.
No, man. But remember, I don't know. You see, when you use the ancestors, it come like them, they don't get paid and them thing, they know. A slave labor, brother.
We know, general knowledge that we know they were getting paid. What I'm saying
no, I'm not just the paid alone, you know.
When you say slave, you distance yourself from the real.
No, I know say distance. No, Chris, correct it. No, well, I know. You have to correct it.
Directly to the people who did it.
Yes. You can't hear this now.
Bloodline did it.
No, at them same way. So we're gonna go to that, but you can't hear this. Well, I know, Chris. You cannot say ancestors like them just build and everything all right. You are get beaten, you get whipped, you get run over, you get everything. So remember that is a slave fuck, brother. You never free them shackle you for build this. With bare fucking hands sometime and show you to pigs and your ancestor. Your ancestor. Remember tell you this. Our ancestors, not for them. I couldn't my grandparents, my great grandparents can own a barn. So I'm more like with great grand uncles and grand aunts. Not because our people, our aunts, our great grandmothers and grandfathers survive it. But we can't use ancestors alone because it's a brother. You see when you work and you get paid different.
Never leave it over.
Yes, so I'm gonna tell you so it's gonna be ancestors alone. You have to emphasize on the slavery and the evilness. So you can't when him come and attack some fuckery, but you know, colonial. What the fuck happened to Andrew on this?
So why do you try to distance? Remember they try to distance the people.
Like can our slave build it? Like can our people build it?
I'm build this thing, yeah.
Like I'm not a UK build it. Them not build it, so.
You have a pigeon, yeah.
Them don't.
And that's what I'm dealing with because the people don't identify with the suffering of what going on Jamaica.
And the suffering where I get them. So you see?
They don't want to fight against Andrew Holness because they're disassociated from the actual fight. So what happened?
Yes.
When I talk to the people, then remember say, we had to kill these European people, take with them gun, burn on the plantation to free yourself. Is that them give it to us?
I remember, you know, and then them, well on. Another 1700, no, them come with that thing, them Knights Watchman. They look a little bit belly slave one them. Our one people, sell we again. And them, they found the first police force, you know, the guy them use them to shoot with. Give them things and fuck with. No, before Paul Walker this. No, this is before that. Got it named after the rebellion. It come down to that, yes, you know that, yes. It was Night Watchman in the late 1700. So, yes. So what them do, our own bossy fucking slave. Yeah, well, that's why I see some of them when we see some piece of shit. Them should I get booked like side of me because them a bossy slave too, you know. I come from them piece of shit there. So it get me up. Because we know the history, you know, brother. Sometimes it does calm and it get me really pissed, you know, brother. Because well, brother.
The reason why Jamaicans are standing by fighting now because they're far remove themselves from the suffering or cause.
That's why we link it back. So when Andrew Holness because fucking speech. Yes. Yes.
Water carries the most memories of blood.
Brother.
We were getting whipped. We call it blood come down.
Brother, you're dead on it and you can't move.
We died. We suffered and feel all of this.
You understand? Our great grand uncles and aunts. Remember, it will be our grandmothers and fathers work on it too, you know. But the great grand uncles and aunts died because people died. And oh, you know, so them dead. If your grandmother and great grandmother and grandfather did dead, then you won't have your lineage that cut off.
Your uncles are your ancestors.
Yes, so them dead pan this, you know. Like your great granny and grandfather, brothers and sisters, them died for help village. And then your great grand them suffered. Whip. Hey, me say a slave. Me can show you some slave in America how them back cut up with whip. You soak through them skin all about. And them carry go just string up in a tree like a mango. Like on a stem. And them sell that all over the place. Same like what Chinese that do now in a modern days time now, where we see Chinese do them take, well I know them take black people and put them up, let them have a museum and then put you up like animal and match and look up to them with animal and them sell it in a China. But them are right in a local. It's there right now, you can go look. Yes.
Does not identify with Jamaicans.
But I noticed that.
He not identify with us and the slave trade around.
No, I'm not. No. All right. You have a shipper coming up, Chris. You have more than one shipper coming and make a passage. You have more than one shipper coming when you look them, throw them cargo and get pay feet from UK. Join them.
Yeah.
Because you have to get pay from it, you know. Yeah. So remember that them just I come in the cargo and one day them say and 12 and them just throw them off. Now I'm glad that and them get paid.
One book for buy, it's called Slave Trade. The author is Hugh Thomas. We have the book in there, it's called Slave Trade by Hugh Thomas. If you want to see a little picture of them.
I have them, man. I see them. Believe me, I see them, man.
With them things they brought.
I see them.
Lisbon and them places and Portugal and all the places and all the places in Europe, I see you to run on football side, go, oh, my side, I live up to them.
Better, that's what I'm telling you, not Chris.
Slaves still in them port, the ancestors still in them port.
Yes.
So every football side where you talk about in Europe and them thing, every one of those brand names are where our ancestors used to sell in a slavery bridging. We know
better than put all that woman them carry a room with me and after. And then use her parts because she have big butt and everything. And then use
Slave Trade by Hugh Thomas. Anybody who want to
yes.
can get that. Slave Trade by Hugh Thomas. Go and read that shit. All the documents with everybody. All the people them who own our ancestors, them the name of the people them who insure the ships them.
Yes.
That's why we can talk with so much authority.
Brother, it's earthquake. When a guy come and tell about Colonial Bill. Bill what? Jamaica build up half our people, them blood, sweat and tears, brother. And with under slavery. I'm not showing to you know.
Jamaica with money.
Yes. I'm not showing.
They come back to take Jamaica with money. So poverty use all the people down and then they come back and buy the land over and pick out the people who fight for the land. That's why they don't want to talk about slavery and this.
But no, we not stop talking about it, brother. We not stop.
That's what I say.
No, but I have to put it down upon him, you know. Because when him go say them build it, you know some of them build it. You know some our people. And when we get emancipated, them not pay with you if do nothing. Barely pay you if you do the work.
Remember,
them never get them on dirty.
Have a confusion and Holness work off. So
but no, yeah, that's how we are beating, brother.
So you have to make sure you put him back on straight by using
brother, look come here, I finish him off. Yes. May I finish him off, man? Brother, may I finish him off right now? But this is what I'm doing all the time. Eh? Alright, later, brother, later. May I talk to you later, man? She'll knock you. Cool. Yeah, my brother that did not live far from me, you know. I'm a party. Chris, that. Yeah, you know, you know, I'm a neighbor. Just live right there. You understand? Yes, man. Alright. So we could continue with the bullshit we're under attack. Continue. So
I was contemplating how to start my presentation to you this morning, and I decided.
No, a prime minister contemplate how to start a presentation. You know what says a soundbite guy this. I pick apart the fuckery I'm doing, you know. Yes, it's in a phone or anymore. Remember I talk about back for the mind. We there answer him in a real time. This is fucked up. Continue.
To start at the beginning. And for me, 1865 is really the beginning of Jamaica.
That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Him say 1865 at the beginning of Jamaica. Remember, we have trained 1845, you know. And don't tell nobody about the Western Hemisphere. That is bullshit too. When them have, I remember them have tracked long time, I draw buggy car pan it and cut things through the west and through all the whole place. When them build the first locomotive to carry passenger around 1820, 25 to 28, somewhere around there in UK. And then US followed by 1829. I got 1830. Then Canada 1836. Jamaica 1845. I mean, it matter about Jamaica way before Western this and Jamaica. These are bullshit. The people them remember anyway in America, yeah, there. I mean, why you tell me about some city. You know, anywhere in America, yeah, there, America. If they are Canada, anywhere in Canada, Canada. Right? And if you invent light and the bulb, and somebody I tell you, say, well, Jamaica, I've light before, you know, many city, you know, you talk about many, Jamaica. Yeah, Waterloo in a Black River and one little place, a private man, try a little light. It never spread out, it never depend upon neither. And then you have to tell me, say, Jamaica have light before many cities. Where you talk about many cities, America, them invent the shit. And then build them light bulb. Whether a black man build it, Thomas Edison or them have it. Or you have light before them. What the fuck? Me know when the place light up and think, me know my history. Don't do that. Them have put wrong notion and have spread wrong propaganda in Jamaica. I mean, a lot of people put it up and I say, yes, you know, Jamaica, we have light before America. So Thomas sit down there, and the rest of the man, them, when they might invent light. Just think about who invent light and the bulb, how they make it and what have you know. That don't make no sense. See? I'll be a fucker. And then Andrew, he may not have to be a fucker. Like, you cannot distort history. You can't. And don't tell me, say, but the place, up to now, some places of Jamaica have light. When them have light, at this we have light. When first we start, you know, commercial light in a Kingston and St. Andrew, so, yeah? And that's how we start from. It documented. If I 1890 something like 92, it documented. Stop going on and talk bullshit. You understand? Yes. Continue.
1865 is the year of the Morant Bay Rebellion.
It is now.
A time of crises for Jamaica.
Crisis.
Several. It was inevitable based upon the conditions that existed in Jamaica, that there would be a collision between the newly freed people of 30 years and the ruling class of Jamaica. Because the ruling class still had not gotten in their minds that they now have a country to build. They were still acting as if they were trying to defend a plantation. And by then, of course, the plantation was no longer a central economic source for the British Empire. Sugar was not king anymore. And indeed, the industrial base in the United Kingdom really saw the plantation as a drag on its own economic development because of...
When I talk a bullshit, you know, I force them, I force and you have some white man a war and them thing there. And even in the state, you notice after this, I know when them go a war, when Abraham Lincoln dead, when they got that to the continent, when Abraham Lincoln dead, because them never want to give up them slave now, you know. They want the free labor, them see man and everything there. You see Abraham Lincoln dead free. Yeah? Look when Abraham Lincoln dead. Just put up when Abraham Lincoln. Let me teach him something. Continue. Abraham Lincoln get
the huge subsidies effectively that the plantations were getting because of the preferential treatment of sugar. So they really wanted the plantations to be done with and slavery to be done with. But, you know, Jamaica was, in essence, though still a colony, was being independently governed in a way because it had its own assembly.
No, in Canada, those still be a colony. If they say after that to turn colony, you know, those still a colony. You know, a governor govern. We're a colony. We're a colony from 16 something. Fuck yeah, we are going. So I'm come and try to correct that, and then him come with some fuckery again. Hear this now. Hear this.
An assembly of planters. And so after the Morant Bay Rebellion was brutally suppressed, over 300 persons recorded as being killed by the state. The British government did something because the way we interpret history, clearly from the lens of being enslaved and oppressed, but the British government put in place a royal commission.
So you see 1865, remember, you know, emancipation from 1838, show me around there, so 1865, I fight for see free slave in America. So they assassinate him. Them no want to give up for them thing around there, so with no slave and them thing there, so they want to cut off away, and it caused that. So when we are talking about Morant Bay Rebellion in this time, I fight a slave free. Yeah, and Abraham Lincoln lose his life there, so. Yes. You see it cause a big war and, you know, them still have that kind of little thing, and it go over the good. So them same one, yeah, want to fight for old slave in a them time now. But it kill much people. Read about that. Continue.
To review the conditions as to why this thing happened. Why was there this rebellion and why was there a massacre? And the commission came up with several things.
So I never threw the massacre where them call him I threw George William Garden. Because him killed George William Garden too. I think himself never did it when him did most of their town. When remember him did elected, you know. And the guy the governor did that for him. So him killed George William Garden, one of them. Yeah, him killed him too. So I just threw the massacre. Because that tell you why. And the man, the governor, him get charged. We go to England, they go put an X on him, never get charged. But me I hear Andrew with them build up when him attacks a boom bam bam. Because remember them they burn down the courthouse, you know. And then they kill some people in there too, you know. Because then they do some same bossy guy will take up arms, same black one them, take up arms to and go shoot a couple of the people in the crowd. And they get them up and then burn down that and they have to kill a couple of them, they escape. Couple of them judge and couple of them have. You might talk about courthouse and build. Them burn down the courthouse. One of them have courthouse all over the place. Them have Spanish Town one. And a long time, Spanish Town prison over them build and all kind of things. Where am I talk say? Yeah, hear what I say. Let me hear what I talk say. Hear this.
That's right. The commission concluded that the conditions under which Jamaicans were living were unacceptable. There was high level of poverty, underdeveloped infrastructure, lack of education, lack of access to justice, and limited access to land.
They never talk about that unacceptable. They might talk how this could have prevented. Because they no mind and it will along the place same way. And I talk about limit access to land. They never even talk about that neither. If you notice, a man they come and distribute land. A matter of fact, people couldn't universal adult suffrage. You know when that? And now man do that. You understand? Because them couldn't even have no right for voting in the 1940 at this so. And now man have to come in with that. Now man they fight for these things. We might talk about bullshit, you know. But them at the lack of know them suffer. Them no business where you suffer to George William Garden. And if you look through the whole thing, and I'm going to sit down right now for Queen. Remember we know the history about this, you know. And you have a time and when 1 and 2 times you see me come up and me think I'm just show the whole history about the whole shit. It could be like Andrew, when you go look back and me think them, remember we do enough history class, you know, don't do that in Andrew. Continue.
Sounds familiar? Of course, the governor who did the atrocities was brought back to the United Kingdom. He was brought before the court. He was prosecuted, but he was not arrested and charged. In fact, it's a very interesting history. But I think the British government was embarrassed by what took place. And they said
about them there, because better is a judge dead and people at the court dead. But I told them kill William Garden. It dry them up. Yeah, it dry him up and we're going. Could have prevented. And William never did deny that, you know. He did go out town. Him against what can't stand up for black and thing, you know. I'm on Paul Bogle good. So when them come, them hold him and string him up too. He never deny it. But to him talk out for them and back them, so the guy did that for him long time. See? So make him go and talk him bullshit.
Sent a new governor, John Peter Grant, and he's largely viewed as the reconstruction governor. And what happened as a result of the attempt to reconstruct Jamaica?
It is.
Like what we're trying to do now, after a crisis.
It
is that they changed how Jamaica was administered. That was first thing. So the National Assembly of Jamaica, the Parliament of Jamaica, voted to abolish themselves, and Jamaica became administered from the United Kingdom as a crown colony. And so the governor had quite a bit of authority.
And then tell them, you know, as a crown colony, it was a colony. You know, bought a crown colony. It was a colony. You know, different about crown colony. But them do them take over and them send him to come clean up the place. Yeah? Them send him to come, you know, to calm down some things and to him kill William Garden too. Not do him, you know. The one where them take up there, the governor where them take up there, you know. So the one that come out and attack one bag of bullshit. Let me hear him attacks and all.
To do things. And in order to properly administer Jamaica, they reduced the number of parishes from 23 to 14.
And them just have reduce it. A matter of fact, it's smaller than that. Because it go up and go. Remember me show about the parish already in a Ush year and Ush century. And when it go up to like 19 and go up to 23, then it go up. It come at 22. When they reduce it, it was 22. Not 23. It go 23 too. But it come down, it is smaller than that too. Because you'd have the West Territory, you know. And then you see when the name come on and everything. So I follow it from there, come right up. When I talk about this bullshit, I talk about for govern. Bullshit. Continue.
That's why we have 14 parishes today.
That's why we have 14 parishes.
They established a local government.
They
established a
local government from around 1862. Let me go and listen and do it.
Local constabulary.
They might establish at the same nights, man, them just switching here. Nights watchman. So you see where him do? Him come and add in some see where him want add in. Come again.
They put in place a health system, courts.
Health system. We have health system long time. So I'm gonna tell you, you just a court system. I burn down the courthouse up there, so we have Spanish Town court, brother. Remember, you know, we're in Spanish Town. Civil was the first capital. Then it moved to Spanish Town. Look up Spanish Town below. I know the British are Spanish. Them take it. It have the, a matter of fact, Spanish Town prison. Or you have a prison in the courthouse. And that's how it works. Spanish Town prison and jewelries. Remember, you see you, Spanish Town prison bill. Correctional center. So them have them thing below. So you see a Spanish Town bill and a long time it bill. You know them have them thing bill long time, yeah? The road them cut out long time. Them use buggy cart and do them thing long time. Where Andrew remember, we have them kind of behavior. But we have because the vehicle them have to come in, and when them attack the vehicle them have come in yet. Still I use the cart, but they were there. We attack a bullshit. Look when track bridge bill. If we have train from 1945, where the man them have to cut, go straight, them go Portland to, you know. Them go down a mobile, them go way down some with the train, you know. We run from town, you know. We have, hey, I'll be a fuck Andrew attack, you know. If we stop this, Andrew say after the rebellion, the one of them they below. Train, we have a run from 1945. I carry your two and I go through parishes. And him they at fuckery. Yeah? From 1845. Train. Andrew they at fuckery. Hear this. You must have them time that massive road and be a fuckery. Hear this.
System. They developed ports. But one of the things that they did.
People, Mr. Them born number be a courthouse. Them have court, them have prison, them have court. The prison them where you see are all prison them, you know. We need new prison, you know. Are all prison them. Them in a bill long time. Where I'm trying to do this. The Spanish Town bridge when say I must say 1802. Before that thing the bridge with them built, me I show you. We might talk about them build up Bay Road and then build bridge and the bridge where I come to. This is bullshit. Flat bridge long time too. Enough of these bridges, them there a long time. The road that, if you see them build bridge, you know see them have road, don't it? You don't know, right? Hear what Andrew I say, yes, so hear this. And I talk about court. Public hospital bill from 17 something, you know. Google and tell me from that public hospital bill. Found it. Just put KPH when it found it. Let me teach Andrew something. Yeah? Continue. About them bill and about them bill out.
Was to develop Jamaica's infrastructure.
If you look past Spanish Town and look past some other place, you know, so we have infrastructure a long time. Him said the moment they rebellion and make them, colonial master develop. What kind of infrastructure develop? I be a fuck him attack. Bullshit. Continue.
The British government decided that they would spend on developing infrastructure.
Be a bullshit I'm attacking, you know. This guy get up and talk about a bullshit, it's unbelievable. You understand? See my virgin I tell you, see me, so what Patrick does have to tell you. Patrick said me tell you. Patrick, more you put it now vice, more you put it now, vice star said me play it. Tell Andrew to stop mislead the people with misinformation and disinformation. One bag of bullshit. Continue.
In the Jamaican colony.
Yeah.
And that, I'm yet to be corrected, I stand to be corrected.
This fucker. This fucker. You hear what I'm doing, sir, while? All right, so December 1776, Andrew tell us them build hospital and them build prison. Remember at the courthouse them border. They are prison. Just look when me just read the thing the prison. Look when GP bill. Just look on Spanish Town Bridge and tell me the year when it built. Just Google Spanish Town Bridge. Yeah? And tell me when it built. The bridge in a Spanish Town. If not 1802 or something there. And Google Flat Bridge and tell me when it built. Don't put the name side of it. Yeah? And if you have the bridge, that means you have road for travel over, right? And you saw them build that? Long time it built. But Andrew do, where Andrew attack his bowl shit. Yeah? Continue.
Would be probably the largest investment in Jamaica's infrastructure.
So I'm tell, because the infrastructure from, if you have train and move from 18, look where we have train around. If you can build train, right now we don't have no train, you know, we're going back way, you know. Look here, Jamaica first train, look here. I'll be a fucking matter about the largest infrastructure. Here where I say them build, hear this, hear this.
If you were to compare it in constant dollar terms, if you could. It was out of that program that came things like the Spanish Town Hospital.
You just hear that. He might talk about out of that program came things like Spanish Town Hospital. Me I tell you, it's a KPH. Other hospital older than this. You have the hospital at Port Royal to a whole and that too. Some hospitals stop use. We have hospital all over the fucking place. You go over there, you see the building there. We have hospital all over the place. Where my talk is bullshit. Garbage. Him say out of that now. And the biggest infrastructure and road. Road them did a long time. We have train. We have train. We go straight. Look here. Complete. Jamaica. Railway. Look here. Look here. 1945. 1845. Look here. I use my next thing and I come on and see this clear. Let me draw it up. November 1845. This is long before them, but see that? See where it start there? Angel and them play from Kingston to Angel and then them continue. This is the first. That means the one of them places to open up. See? And then them continue to carry it way lungs and everything. Before, when I talk about bill and all kind of things, it's bullshit. When Andrew talk is bullshit about the biggest and transformer and big. This is bullshit. This is garbage. When you look on the architectural of Spanish town, when you're going to the capital, and you saw it built up to now, you see the shell, but it look nice. You say, whoa, this be a long time it built by the Spanish. And then England come, England, UK come to them things, and other places built same way. When my talk is bullshit. If you have courthouse Amaranth beer, what I tell you, it couldn't just be Pierre Bush. If you have courthouse, where them have to burn down, what I tell you, you might tell about development and about and out of that come and comes. Then I'm going to talk about a bridge. Hear this now.
Recently, I opened the restored bridge between the parishes of Trelawney and Manchester, the Troy Bridge. The Troy Bridge was built out of that program. The colonial government.
And not through no program make them build a Troy Bridge. Them continue build bridge, and if them say a bridge to build, them build it. Look here. Spanish Town Iron Bridge. Spanish Town Iron Bridge. Yeah. Let me look at Spanish Town Iron Bridge. See that? Historic Bridge, 1801. You know that bridge, eh? No, 05, 1801, we never ever get emancipation yet. See that? I'm going to show you the place here. Them have them road and this was them thing. Spanish Town Iron Bridge. How much feet wide and 81 feet long, you know. 81 feet at the time. This is a 1801 bridge. See that? We don't know that bridge. We don't know that bridge. See, we don't know it. Yeah, you see go over the water, you saw it bill? See the place, this is 1801. Look on, if you look on the bridge and you look on for the bridge and them old. The road, the river them have name. Ria Cobre, you know when the Spanish them there, Ria Mina, Ocho Reyes. These are all Spanish names. We know Vestona, you know some Spanish it make them impact and then UK take it over and do them thing. Yeah. Yeah, you understand? When my talk is bullshit, so long time we have trained before even this. And trained the line we have trained it all go to Portland. Yeah? Yeah, let me see something. Look here. Let me tell you something. See? So them have this, and when them do them does, them continue for us want expand. You see? Them expand. So we have hospital, we have prison, we have the one of them thing from the 1700 coming up. We might tell about them bill and them a build hospital and Spanish Town and them a build it. This is bullshit. Him say him stand to be corrected. Andrew, stop leaving people them astray with their bullshit. No matter going on.
Went on a massive road building program.
The road them did there already. Oh, you have build and train and then you have run and you build a flat bridge and you don't have no road. So flat bridge just build so. Look when flat bridge build. Look when them build a building over them river there, you know. Flat bridge. People Google and tell me when flat bridge build, please. Put it right as up. Yeah? Put it right as up for me now. Eh? Put on when flat bridge build. Yeah? When I talk about bullshit. So that build a flat bridge. Remember nobody no live there, so never live there, so you know. And it just lead to nowhere. And you have a place named Ocho Reyes. So it'll lead the bridge, it'll lead go a country and you go everywhere. It open. That means them have road. You couldn't have parish out there if it never open and you never have road for travel. When I talk is bullshit. And if you talk about paving, you have to know when car come in and when we start pave them. See? But them wrote the bill. Bill long time. Yeah? They wrote them bill long time. Most of the road them matter about bill long time. I be a bullshit matter. Me not ask. Flat bridge. Flat bridge. Flat bridge. Put it up. 1724. 1724. Yeah? Good. 1724. That and when you talk about 18, when you say 18 man, that around 118 man, that around 141 years. They have the part about they matter about the 1865 thing, right? 41 years after that. 141 years. 141 years you have the Marant Bay Rebellion. Yeah? 141 years you have Marant Bay Rebellion. Thank you. Thank you, Jolly. Well, Andrew, I remember if you build a bridge like flat bridge where everything around, look where they have the material. Look how firm the bridge. I know it no mash up. You build something, but stand up and start it up. Something when I sit on flat bridge, if I wonder how you drive over this. Remember whenever build them big truck and nothing at all, you know. But them are run pan it. Yeah? The bridge bill and it take the weight of everything and it still not crumble. From 1724. Yeah? You realize that 302 years that? 302 years. At 2026 we're there now. And everything, remember, no vehicle, you know, no vehicle I drive. That is where to the country advance. Yeah? And him come and talk about massive infrastructure. So you don't build a bridge like that. We stand up for 302 years. Right? With everything I take it. And it firm same way. No care flood it, no move. And him come here and tell the fuckery. What happened to Andrew? And then we have train in 1845. They were put in the tram after because we have built things. So now through the rebellion, the reason why the people them rebel, the white people them have it all, you slave them out, our ancestors get slave, and them get little to nothing. They, you know, give them the access to land. And the reason why that one man go use a piece of land of abandoned slave place. One man. Yeah. Where's my brain coming like a double computer? Yes. Knowledge and power. I remember, me I'm a wilderness, you know. What you mean I'm a wilderness? Zane? No man, the bridge built from no. It built from there, so and it continued to that. So it started built from 1724 Veronica. See? One man go use abandoned plantation and them drop the man for that, mash him up. For that one man. So that the people them not have it no more because them are deal with them harsh. See? Yeah, but on everything you know, you have to go into some history, you know, because sometimes who are writing on Wikipedia, you have to know what's everything online. Like me down there in England, you see you have to go into them library and look through enough things and do all these things. See? I like go to the source, you know. I go to Buckingham Palace, you know. I'm a video in a Buckingham Palace. Yeah, my video in the park. I have a part where you can pay and go in and you see. With them the carnation, with them use and you know run them thing. Yeah, you know, with them are married and them are take the throne and with them traveling and touch the one of them buggy car. Can them still have them, you know? And you see with them wear and everything and my video the one of that can you can do them. I like them kind of history thing there, so I like keep my things them one away and document them, you know. That's just me. See? And me, because I remember, you know, the life, you know, just come to you want to know what before and things. So you have to know where you're going. You have to know where the world I come from. And that are me. Them can't treat me. Me might have moved on a muffin, but you know, I get up with principle. I have to first and study like Commander say. You understand? Yes. You have to know, right now, Andrew, them I put up some things and I can't edit Wikipedia. But let me tell you something, when them edit it, You can go in it and look and you see the date when them edit it. So I can't tell them this. Them can't fool me. It have timestamp. See? But me draw my sources on a different level, you know, and everything you put up. So what them I do now, certain things that they put it up and then then you know it pick up. It pick up now. Can you have something that where name the algorithm. So if you pick up an algorithm and show you some little things and then push some things that them not see. Like when I try to put Siago, the life and Siago, the whole of that bullshit. Look when them put it in, you can see the timestamp when them put it in and what do it. So that and them can't change that. Them can't go back in a time. When you go back for some newspaper where they're there a long time. And them are print long time. So when you and them go online now, so them are put up a lot of things. You go for them, it are better sources than we just see because them are give the full print. See? Then get the full print and the time. So it's say not just right. You see the print itself and it copy and then them get a shot, a screenshot of them. So them the better for use more than you understand. You go or study because them have so much library and so much thing in UK. When you want to know what go on, you go look and read it. You understand? Read about them there. So knowledge of power. See, knowledge of power. So me no bother follow for them things. I mean, the man me travel the world. Can you come like them know you know? Cause me know them all of them I'll look on the renegade and say, but him say renegade, but he might get with principle, of course. And this get you know, me not have to put on a jacket and tie. I put on a jacket for food nobody. Me natural. Me I one of them. Me I get up, but me are the real one. You understand them fear, them mislead people. Him send son to correct it. But me I tell you how the rebellion start at the time. Yeah? Them they don't have that. Man go use the place where them abandoned one of them, you know, and him. Them run go mash up and draw in front of the court. To fuck him up. And then you have the people them gather, go for him. And then with them do know. Them have some, you know, you have some worse slave one the way. You have them now, nice watchman piece of shit. Them fire now protect the court and fire under the crown and kill some people. And the people them use machete and thing and start whap them and them run go barricade themselves inside. And then the people them light the fire, some of them escape, some of them dead. And then them come now and start hang and start do all kind of things to the people then. Yeah, William Garden did not Kingston. And when them come, them fuck him up. Them fuck up Paul Bogle and fuck him up too. You know, and they move around because William, when them fuck up him, shouldn't even do that. That's why I see them draw him up because William, no man, and Pierre is picking up on both sides. But him did have something with Williams. George William Garden, because William Garden stand up for black people, you know. Yes. So when I talk, and me talk too, them can't tell me nothing. And them can't rewrite no history. Because we have studied history long time. Them can't rewrite nothing and come tell me no bullshit. I rewrite something the algorithm pick it up and push and me run with it. See? It's coming like you know the music or some man I insert themselves and I chat fuckery. Hey, my brain work different than 70-40s either than me power with the man them will start the music. So from we know from Caxton that's them go right back in. Me power with the man them from singer from who I'm not a family have to talk. If you look for me thing you see, just type me out them name you see. So me no not chatting, me document a lot of things. See? And then when you do like music now, my thing them documented from 1986. So every year you see me advice me I do this, it traces back it at timestamp. When you start the video with the radio TV, it have timestamp. So you can't take me and place me somewhere. Me can last suit you, man. And me laugh after you, I want to flap you, me just flap, use it and flap you. Because when you run out with life on me, you know, me catch you, you know. From your turn to me can catch you with these. Because my thing them will start out me good. And but me give them the warning before, so I remember my thing documented. So don't put me side of owner. Saying nothing at all. Yeah. He my flip flapper, man. He my flip flapper. I'm trick people all the time. Okay. So you can't place me. Something that me do. Remember I'll be an eyewitness. Remember the thing documented too. Keep it documented. See? Record the nicest thing. When record label are print, it have thing pan them, you know. Timestamp. Even the record it have date pan it, you know, the record itself. If you buy the record, you see it. You can look pan it, lift it up, then write it pan back when it show you. And then the label it have time when it come out and everything and it stay over the years. So you see them, couple of them not have it, but they have time when they buy it. So them know when them in a shop, everything time stop. I know you have internet, make it worse. Because you can just look on them and you see everything. See? So nobody can place you when you in some studio do some work, and if them say the studio gone, the record not gone. My voice a channel 1 too, you know. My voice driving skill at channel 1. Tina Smith and nobody man. My voice driving skill at channel 1, and everybody voice at channel 1. My voice at channel 1 too, man. See? And every one of them, man, them they know channel 1, but them should have secure that. See, my diamond voice up enough for them big tune that. Enough channel 1 voice enough big tune there. See? Yes, well, channel 1. My voice at channel 1 too, man. See? So I've been there. Just in my wilderness. And I teach them something so don't come trick for people. You understand? This is about 100 what about massive infrastructure what we want to do now. 10 plus years and you know do nothing and they attack one bag of bullshit same way. This is bullshit. This is garbage. You see? Them are garbage. Them are garbage. Yeah, man. You see? The whole of this are garbage. Yeah, man. So when you run out and talk about them start building infrastructure, member is a courthouse. If man be a courthouse, that not sound like a place where they develop. It have courthouse. Jamaica have prison and courthouse. Jamaica have hospital. Jamaica have all of these things. You know, here's a part of Port Royal sing from when? Develop. It under the water. Then them use Kingston. But before that, you know, where the capital there. Go back this and come back here, so. See? But before that, civil. When the guy them just come in. Yeah. For this. For this. Oh, this alright, you know, miss this. I wonder how this alright, you know. But they're right one time. Hey, some people are baiting the right one time, you know, alone. So the country dog. When him do PR when I try to trick the people them same way, I say him to stop it. 100 times for stop it. And him say him stand to be corrected. So when you come down and give him a sledge down here, you must say, boy, me stand and still come and push back. Because the other day, when him down there, so you know, he got talk, so Jamaica turn a colony after this. And about the colonial build what? Them time I labor cheap. Same Jamaica build the thing, same cheap labor. You understand? Same cheap labor. Black people, you never have right for vote. See? You know, have nothing at the eye color. At them turn peso, Jay. Them same one, for them and sister. Yes. Them same one. We see I run upon them, not for them, but you see they are them. Yeah, them. Me tell you, say them not good for the place, not at all, you know. The one and the farm. Because remember, you know, them farmer group, you know, with themselves, like them are the elites. I don't know. Hey, you see, when Andrew come and talk about the greatest transfer of wealth, I himself am attacking, you know. Because first when I talk, I see all of them. Mark Golding, them have money like Andrew Holness. You see that for yourself. Neither Peter Bunting and do a legal thing them do. As lawyer and legal business. He not have money like Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness when I have no trade and nothing at all, they might go trick people like with them kind of little thing. He not have money, Mark Golding have money like Wheatley. Agintai. Dead man, and none of them. No money like them. Yeah. 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 You understand? No, man. Me say the elites. The elites. You understand? Yeah, man. Them are the elite. Me I tell you where them are come from. I remember, you know, if black people get them freedom, white people might go buy them down in Africa, but remember, black people sell them. No man no come with no one ship and two ship. One ship come first and come with the idea and you start get the weaker set of people and sell them. right? And it's not every white people was slave master neither. And them fight for the freedom of slave. Slave wanna fight for themselves. The slave, them more kill you. And lick ass. Them turn night watchmen. Them more please master. Them not more channel one again, you know. Channel one done with man, it popped down. Yeah, in the days, yeah, them not more them. It popped down and that them should have, you know, it bad man. See? So white people fight for the freedom of blacks. Push it in them head more. You understand? Judge with them garden lick out against injustice and them thing. That's why them have to get rid of him. Because I want to never want to, and then vote for him and him get in the assembly, him get in the parliament and in their town when them kill him. You can go look it back and I like him that march with them. At the time, the one that just want to kill him. That's why I see them summon him quick. Can member of parliament and a member of the house that him take and destroy. Can be there fine because he must stand up for white black people rights and everything. Yeah. Ma go in our money like them here. No, them are multi-billionaire. Them here. Yeah. Just to put the money where I run through them account. You see about 400 million I run through my account. Ma go in that's yeah. Yeah, man, you understand? And I hear to them feel this is enrichment and them know themselves. So each time them run out like Andrew Wheatley now, him know can get things from IC. So them I investigate them and them don't step back. Them sit down there, trick the people, them Andrew know every one of them. Him know. Don't make him trick no. Hey, granted. Let me play this. Let me play this before. But time run up. Time run off quick, you know. Queenie, yeah, them people, them are slave master too. And them get colored picnic. So slave, if you watch any of them, slave, you know, come about those white people, you know. Because them get colored like film people, them, you see when them come before emancipation and them buy slave. You see when them used to action and sell slave. So them leave from in a UK and them come. Same place in St. Catherine and buy slave. Big dirty thinking Queenie. A slave, in great grandpapa a slave master. Come on Jamaica, come buy a slave and have slave plantation around. Big nasty thinking Queenie. He's a piece of shit. Yes. Yes. Big dirty Queenie a slave master, man. So it's when them go in them never have no plantation, they never have no slave. But Warmington them a slave master. It's there. Me show them it's there. When them people them come and them settle in a they analyze them settle in a pole and a move over, you know, in a same place where you see him there. St. Catherine. Slave master pick them man. That's why I'm behaved so like I am run. You understand? That piece of shit. Hear the liar, I play the liar. I have to play the liar before me second. I never even know say, hey, time and a half quickie. Hey Chris, when you start knock them you say, you know. Time done, you know. I play this fast. Because I can't believe the time on pass, man. All right, hear this now. Hear this to the people. Hear this. Hear this.
The Nurses Association of Jamaica says severe overcrowding at the Accident and Emergency Department of the University Hospital of the West Indies has reached critical levels, indicating that the department is now caring for 3 times more patients than it was designed to accommodate. President of the Nurses Association of Jamaica.
But I tell you, so when them doctor and nurses go up, you know, it buckle on you in more pressure. And I want to hear what the president do. You know, so upon this, them are going to say, them correct the problem. Or you correct the problem and you don't get even the aspirin yet. You know, so when I hear that, stop the PR. Hear this. Hear this. I want to not buy in a bed, I do not. Hear this.
Jamaica, Dawn Marie Richards says the A&D department, which was built to accommodate 30 people, is facilitating 102 people. She says nurses are unable to function properly to treat patients.
It means a lack of basic privacy for the clients, and it means that there is some amount of inaccessibility on a patient-to-nurse basis. So if you are to do the basic vital signs for a patient, maneuvering the space to carry out these duties becomes compromised. Because how the place was originally set up, it is set up in cubicles. The right way, you should have 2 persons to a cubicle. What is happening now, you have 3 people in a cubicle, and then the passages have people in them. And this is how you're filling the gap.
She says patients have to wait on the outside of the A&D department while nurses buckle under pressure catering for patients at the overcrowded facility.
This morning they had, of that 102 persons, 72 people were waiting for admission. And out of that 102, there was still another 10 persons outside who were waiting to be seen.
So 72 away, I saw them people that sick. 72 away for admission. Me know you not get 72 bed. Right away. Yes.
So if that 10 had come in, you would be at 112.
If the 10 outside had come in, so you have people outside when I see nobody yet, you know. 72 away for admission.
President of the Nurses Association of Jamaica, Dawn Marie Richards. She was speaking yesterday on Beyond the Headlines. Nurses staged a silent protest yesterday, raising concerns about staffing shortages, inadequate equipment, and what they described as increasingly difficult conditions to work in. And President of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Dr. Renee Badro, expressed concern that medical interns at some public health facilities have to be working for up to 56 consecutive hours due to a shortage of staff. She says some interns...
But then them out there talk like Jamaica good. Me not tell you this is about remember people are working on a robot, you know. 56 hours. Hey, they do a lot of mistake. When you know I want to shop down if you have 56 hours. 48 or 2 days. Then gone over 2 days now, you know. A 2.5 days that them have said them work. This is not good. They have need to go home, to go bathe, hygiene, and nurse to do this. For please, who know about that kill themselves. He's supposed to manufacture up on them, or them get rest. Eh? 2.5 days that. Continue.
Have met in motor vehicle accidents on their way home from work due to exhaustion.
2 to 3 interns that have crashed because they're tired and they're driving. Sometimes even after they take out the break, because of the sheer exhaustion, they have crashed. And this is a recurring theme. And we cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. These are your sons and your daughters that are going to work. You expect them to go to work, do the work of the government, do the work of the people, come back home safe, but instead you hear that your daughter in a car accident.
President of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association. Furthermore, Dr. Badro says housing accommodations for interns are not adequate.
In some facilities there aren't, and the assumption is that they should be adequate, but the reality of a lot of the facilities, they are not adequate. We had a walkthrough, and the interns in their room with the sewage water, and then the
sewage water in them room. No, if you not correct these things before you even talk about you're carrying people from Africa. Fuck you, you know. If you make up people like this, that's why they want them in the state will not come back. Yeah, they will not come back. Yes, man. They are Venica. They will not. See. You want to come out of this and then come back and the man I tell you about me, I give you better money. If you have intern there, have a sewage water in them room, for earth them as woman, as female, yeah? When them stay on campus or where them stay from to go to work, this don't make no sense. And then when you're flying some other one, when you give them better place than this stuff down, it can't right. This can't right. Continue.
What is in there? The sewage water obviously would have been stuck to the dry wall that is there. The sewage water they have to walk through, and they have to walk through to treat patients. Then when they have to sleep, there are not enough beds available for them. And they just showed me a bed where 4 of them are sleeping on. 4.
So you know I work this Sunday, you get to the cottage and 4 want to sleep on one bed.
Persons are sharing beds. Our accommodations are not sufficient for our interns. We need to take care of the most junior staff.
President of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Dr. Renee Badro.
Get this now.
And the University Hospital of the West Indies says measures have been put in place to ease congestion, including transferring patients from the Accident and Emergency Department to inpatient wards. The hospital's management says the steps are aimed at improving patient flow while maintaining a safe environment for both patients and staff. It says operations at the facility have returned to normal.
It can't turn to normal. And then if you can't turn it to normal like a clip, or the woman just tells how much people this morning and you say turn to normal. That's a lie. Then it turn to normal when people them have to arrest at state people on ground and them now have aspirin. Aspirin away in a leave. You think you're healthy, you're right, you drive with the aspirin in your car. Or carry it in your bag and one of the chewable one then. So if you feel sick, remember you don't have an ambulance, but you can chew too. It will save your life. Yeah? You get up now, you feel like you have a heart attack or something, you chew too and call. You know, nobody to call you, maybe drive yourself, but have your aspirin with you. Have them. Yeah? The 85. You drive with it, just keep them. See? This is stress in Jamaica will pop down. And when they talk about a bullshit, people don't have to wake up. We don't chat. Wake up. Yeah? Wake the hell up. This bad. Don't be done with them till later, you know. Me done. Hey, Jano, hey. Jamaica people need to wake up. And just still have him look at minions that play this PMP, GLP thing. Listen, whole government accountable. Get smart. Don't make them chicken up. Anyway, remember me think fast they come up, so when you watch it, we're there, when you know it go already, renegade with the man when I'm afraid, keep it real and honest, no tabloid. Yeah man, I remember me, you know what, I play my local soul tune them and them thing there now. Sometime a day, maybe later, so I put up this, so when I can't get it, that's on my TikTok. Remember I'm gonna do not name politics and thing for my thing, music. You want to listen to some good music, I hear me play my sound at this right there, right? So yeah, you just see some, just hear my phone camera to this and draw it up and you just see it up, we want some though. Yeah? Use something I use when I go live. Me up here. Alright? Yes man. So you want some? Me out later. Bless.
We in lump some, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump some, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber dude.
I'm not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife, and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical fighter. Put up in the rhythm, they want some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.